Hey guys, it's me again, Miss Lyn. Are you ready to put all your great stuff on your door for your superhero or your fairy or your magical creature? Have you thought about who it's for? Okay, let's get started. I'm so excited I couldn't wait. All right, you want to lay everything out in front of you. You've got these great little teeny tiny shiny things. You've got your purple flowers. You have these really cute little roses. You have this Spanish moss. And you have this, we call this garland. This green strip is garland. So, let's think about how we want to start. Now remember, we place everything first. We don't glue anything. Don't even pick up your glue today or even right now. We'll glue it in a little while. All right, so I think I'm going to start with some garland. And I'm going to cut a piece with my scissors, and it's going to go across the top. Then I'm going to maybe fold this in half because it's going to be longer, and I'm going to put these pieces of garland maybe down the side. I think I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to put it down one side, like that. Do I like that? I think I do. Okay, then, this is important. Here's our doorknob faceplate. So you want to take that and figure out where you want your doorknob on your door. You want it towards the side, not too high, not too low, because that is where you're going to put something to use as your doorknob, whether it's a little flower or a little jewel or what. But you want to be sure you know where your faceplate for your doorknob is going to go, so you know where your doorknob is going to go. Okay, and set that down where you want your doorknob. Okay? I'm getting excited. Now, I think my fairy girl is going to want a lot of shiny things. So, I am going to start putting shiny things down. Now, these shiny things are sticky. So once you get them where you want, you can either glue them or you can peel the little sticky thing off the back. It's up to you. I think I'm going to put a couple of them here. And maybe, I think I might use one as my doorknob. So that's going to go right on my doorknob. Oh, that looks great. Okay, now, flowers. Let's look at these flowers. You can take these and you can put them in different places. You can just lay them down on your door any way you want to. I think it would be good if you can take your leaves and twist them so they're kind of in a line. That makes them lay down better. But it doesn't matter if you can't. You can glue them and they'll be fine. Okay, or you can take your scissors and cut off the big part on the end. That might make it work better. So, we'll do that. And I'm going to just lay a couple of my flowers down here. Now, Spanish moss. This stuff is tricky. So the way that I like to use it is take a tiny bit, and you see it makes a big mess. If you want to use a lot, you can. But if you don't, you take it and you twist it, and you twist it, and you twist it. And then take your scissors and cut off any sticking out parts. And then you can put that across the top, like that. And that looks pretty good. You can do that. Or if you want your whole door covered in Spanish moss, you can do that too. The only thing is, when you do that, it's hard to stick other stuff on it. So I would just use the Spanish moss, a little bit of it, in different places. Okay, now we have our flowers. You can use your flowers as a doorbell. That would make a pretty doorbell. Or, if you want to, you can cut it off Don't cut it too close, cut it off. And you can just stick it anywhere on your door. Glue it anywhere you want to on your door. Because there's no wrong way to do this, and this is your own special door. This door is made specially by you, so there's not going to be another one like it. It's your very special door. I might try to put one here on the Spanish moss and see if it works. I don't think it will, but we'll try. Okay, so work on yours for just a little while. And remember, don't glue it until you plan where everything is going. Because laying things out is the most important thing you will do. I'm not thinking I like these shiny things right here. I think I'm going to take that one away and maybe put it somewhere else in a little while. But put them one thing down at a time. Now. Okay. Now we're going to glue. This is important. What you want to do is start your gluing. You can leave everything on your door, but take your glue and put it, if you can put it right down here. See how little I'm using? I'm not using a whole bunch. And just put it there and take your fingers and press it down. Now if you can see the glue underneath it, it's okay because it will dry clear. You won't be able to see it when it dries. So I'm going to take this first. This is my first thing to glue. You can glue whatever you want to first. It's up to you. See? But you do want to make sure if you have gotten it placed on your door that you know exactly where you want it to go now. If you're not sure, I wouldn't glue it quite yet. Okay? Now, I'm going to take this one. This is kind of a curly-Q one. This is going to be harder to do. But you want to try to make everything as flat as you can, too, because it's going to be easier to glue it if it's laying down flat. There. That'll go. And sometimes you might have to go back and add more glue. But it's better to start out with a little bit of glue and add more if you need to than to start out with a whole bunch, because you might get too much and then it will stick to you and not to your door. Okay. So how are we coming? Are you gluing your things down? Are you happy with it? If you're not, you can move it while it's still wet, but it gets a little messy. Okay, now I'm going to lay these pretty purple flowers down. And I'm going to put more at the bottom because I do not think these are going to want to lie down very well. So you'll find that you might need to put a lot more glue at the bottom and try not to glue the top so much, because that way they can stick up some and still look cute. Now this is tricky. So this is one of those things, and you might have to come back tomorrow or another day and glue, put a little bit more glue on it if it doesn't look like it's dried and some of your things are not sticking. You can always add more glue, but you can never undo too much glue if you just go crazy with it. Okay, well, now I need to do the Spanish moss, but you know what I did? I have glue on my hands. So you know what's going to happen? It's going to stick to my hands. So if you have glue on your hands, go wash your hands. You can pause the tape if you need to. I'm going to see if I can get mine off by rubbing them together because I just got a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take this on our Spanish moss, and I'm putting a little bit more on here because it goes everywhere. There. Now that will stay there. And I'm going to take this pink rose and put it right on top. Now, It may hold it, it may not. It looks really pretty. I hope it'll hold it. We'll just have to see tomorrow. And then I might put this little extra one in this space here. Yeah, that's pretty. And again, I'm getting glue on my hands, so you have to be real careful. You don't want to glue yourself to the door, do you? That would not be fun. Okay. Let's see what next. I think next is a good time to start adding the little beautiful jewels. So I've got this one. Let's see if we can peel this off. I think I might not peel mine off. I think I might glue, just put a drop of glue and then just set my pretty thing right here. Because it's going to dry clear, remember that. It will dry clear and it will look good. And then you can also put it on the back of your jewel. I'm going to put this down here so maybe it will look like these flowers are actually growing up out of this little turned over pot. That's kind of a cute idea. That's sticking up some, so it's going to take more glue to hold it. So that's one of those things you just have to kind of see if you can guess, and you can always go back and add more glue. Okay. Here is one more little gem we'll add. And what about this? Now this is pretty. Look at this pretty strip of color. Now that is nice. These can be put anywhere, and these really you do peel off and just stick right on. So we'll just put those all over the door to make a happy, shiny look. That's going to be nice. I think my fairy's going to be very happy with hers. Her door looks like a forest door. It could go inside or outside. I think I'm just going to do a few. I'm not going to do them all. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we have painted, we have glued our items onto our door. This is the hard part, waiting for it to dry. It needs to dry overnight, and try not to touch it, and try not to let any of your pets touch it, or try not to move it if you can help it. Now, if you see in the morning or tomorrow that it's still wet, or some things are falling off, you can always glue them back on and let them sit again overnight. And parents or adults, if you have hot glue, you can help too, but we don't want our campers using hot glue, because that can really burn you bad. But this will work. You just have to make sure it dries, and then you have to test it and make sure that the glue is holding. That's why we say don't put anything too heavy on here, because this glue will not hold to anything really, really heavy. But anyway, I can't wait to see mine tomorrow when it's dry, and I wish I could see yours, but maybe one day I can. But in the meantime, let it dry and be thinking about what story you want to tell about your special friend, your special imaginary creature, or who you're making your door for, whether it's a superhero or a little mini you or whoever. I can't wait to hear. Bye.